So this is my Apple Card. Now, people always ask me, they're like, well, how are you able to get such a high credit score and maintain it? Well, a lot of people have argued with me about this. I don't know why people argue with me. I don't know why they bother, but I pay off my balance immediately. I pay it off every single night. So as you can see here, I spent $677, right? And as you can see, out of my $10,000 available credit, there is, $9,322 left. So what most people do is they wait until November 30th where it says payment due. However, today is November 2nd. Rather than wait till November 30th, what I do is go right on here to where it says choose the amount that you'd like to pay. And interestingly enough, it doesn't automatically assume that you want to pay the entire balance off. So because of the fact that I want to pay the entire balance off, what I do is I just slide it all the way up to 677.52. And I know this is the hard part. Let me tell you something. The hard part is the discipline that it takes to pay off your bill every night. But once you get that discipline is what will help you to start building credit. Because keep in mind, what credit is ultimately tracking is your behavior. They're basically saying, if you borrow money, how likely or probable are you to pay that money back? So I'm just going to hit boom, pay now. Oh my God, they're asking me my bank account routing number. Okay, so I got to type that in. And let me turn this off so you don't see my routing number information. That would be pretty stupid for me to show you that, right? Okay, so at this point, I've put my routing information in. It knows that I'm getting money from Capital One. So it says, do you want to pay the entire amount? Goddamn right I do. 1, 2, double click. And face not rep. What are you? See, they're trying to. You see, this is what happens when they're trying to stop you from doing the right thing. This is what happens. Now they want you to pay with a goddamn passcode. So now I got to do that too. This is ridiculous. In fact, wait a minute. No. You should be able to read my damn face. Hold on. Read my face. Yeah, come on. Boom, there it is. Paid off. You see that? Apple Card payment was received, $677.52. Total card balance right now is $10,000. Of course, when iPhone 12 comes out, I'm going to buy the iPhone 12 on my Apple Card. And then that's that. And I do have to say, I really like the graphical user interface that Apple has. And what they do is if they have any specials, they show you what their specials are, like where it says right here, get unlimited 3% back at Panera Bread. I don't eat there. 3% back if you go to Exxon and Mobil. My problem with Exxon and Mobil is they charge you more if you use credit. So I typically avoid any place that charges more for credit. I usually pay, if I have to pay cash, I'll pay cash. But if they don't charge more for using a credit card, I'll just use the credit card. And those are the only specials they have right now. But see, here's my problem with Apple Card. What Apple Card does not have yet is they do not have frequent flyer miles, or they don't have any travel programs. Now, I understand that right now most airlines have dropped flyer points or travel miles, or they've suspended them simply because of coronavirus and making it so that, right now nothing's really moving at all, so I can understand if they didn't offer right now, but they haven't offered it since the inception of the Apple Card. And that's the reason why I prefer to use Capital One Venture. So there you go. That's the Goldman Sachs Apple Card MasterCard right there. That's what it looks like to use it. Some of you already have Apple Card. For those of you who don't, I recommend it because it's a great way to start building your credit if you haven't already, or it's a great way to also repair your credit. Apple Card, once you make your payments and once you purchase things, they deposit your rewards in what they call the Apple Cash account. Now, out of 677 total dollars spent, I got back $13.54. Now, you'd have to actually compare that over to Capital One Venture Card, or you'd have to compare that to whatever card it is that you want to use to decide, whether or not Apple Card is the best for you. me personally, thus far, it seems to work okay. And I also like the fact that it's attached to my watch and I can use my Apple Watch to make payments even if I forgot my cell phone and forgot my So right wallet. There, obviously, that's an Apple Watch right there. I'm going to probably get the Apple Watch 6, but you double tap it, 1, 2, and okay, 1, 2, you double tap it and it goes into, oh, I'm not doing it right. Yeah, you double tap it and it will go into your Apple Watch Apple Pay mode, and it's ready to use right now to purchase something. All you have to do is basically turn your hand upside down and rub your hand on the scanner. Very, very convenient. I really like that feature. Now, as I'm about to pick up my iPhone 12 Pro Max, I think it's important to bring up another interesting thing about AppleCard that I wanted you to, I wanted to share with you. Apple Card is relatively easy to ask for increases of credit limits on. Now, personally, I don't know why the hell they felt it necessary to give me $10,000 worth of credit. Now, I didn't ask for $10,000 worth of credit, but I guess based on whatever the profile was I submitted, that's what they came up with. They said, yeah, here's $10,000. Now, that strangely enough got Apple sued by women because women were ending up getting less credit than men were for whatever reason. If you want to get an increase on your line of credit, because of the fact that Apple is selling products like, i.e. like Macs, Mac Pros and stuff like that, it's easier to get an increase on a line of credit to buy an Apple product specifically because they know that some of their products are so ridiculously expensive that it justifies you asking for an increase in your line of credit. I guess they gave me $10,000 because they assumed I was buying a Mac Pro or something. I don't know. But I had $10,000 and I said, hey, you know what? I want to see what happens if I ask for more money. So I asked them for an increase of $1,000. Now, as you can see, my iPhone is ready to pick up. And what they're doing is they're billing the iPhone, like the iPhone, what is this, the 12 Pro Max. They're billing this thing with a monthly statement. Now, obviously, I'm going to pay it off like immediately. The thing about it that I felt was interesting is the fact that what they give you is 24 months at 0 APR. So that means that I could go 2 years of having that phone and not pay any interest as long as you pay it off within that 2 years. Now, for most people, $1,399 when you're used to buying stuff like this, it's not a big deal because you figure if you pay it off during your tax returns or whatever. Like when I get tax returns, I'm usually looking at over $10,000 in tax returns. Now, that would be a great time to just go pay the entire bill off, but I'm going to pay it off just using YouTube money. So what I'm doing is I'm using the Apple Card to get the 3% cash back on it, and then I'm just repaying it right away, and this way you don't pay any interest. So what they look like they're doing is they, to pick the thing up, they're charging you $120. So they're charging you the tax pretty much up front. And after you pay the tax off, that's, what they'll do is they give you the monthly, what is it called? They give you the monthly payments on your phone and whatever else you buy. Because I'm probably going to buy the Apple Watch 6 when I walk in there tomorrow, as long as they have the one that I want in stock in with the phone. But I do think it's interesting the way they handle this because, see, as long as you use Apple Card only to buy Apple products, it's 0% interest for 24 months. The mistake is if you use Apple Card to buy other expensive items, because if you're buying other expensive items, they may not come with that same 0% interest or that same 12 or 24 month finance period. So in my opinion, because I've had a couple of people asking me, do I think Apple Card would be better than another credit card? Like some people are using Chase Sapphire, and other people were asking me to compare it with Capital One Venture. I'm still getting used to using Apple Card, and I must say that I do think it's really nice the way they handle your cash back. And I do think it's nice the way they have it all set up. I really like the way they set this thing up because you know how Apple is. They want to make it really easy and everything. But Yeah, I'm very impressed with the way they do it, and I also like the fact that they have the cash back. Every bit of cash back that you accrue shows up on a little black card inside the wallet app. And even though I've only spent, I think it was about $800 or $900 thus far, I've already earned $13.54. And obviously that number is going to grow after I pick up my phone and I buy the watch, because that'll be another $2,000 spent. So it's actually really interesting. I see a lot of these credit card gurus popping up on YouTube, but most of these guys are just copy pasters and they're just copying each other's act. But when I talk about these things, I don't go deep into it, because some of these guys, I mean, they're just reading back information that you could have gotten yourself from talking to the people about the actual card. But I have to say, I like Apple Card a lot. I really like the fact that it has given me such a high credit availability that it really helps my overall credit availability. Because ultimately, if you really want to have tip-top perfect credit, you want to have old credit lines open that they can look back on when they're doing your credit scoring. And you also want to have as close to $50,000 of available credit as you can.